neuesten Filmen. Mit den neuesten Filmen.
Horror show.
Remember the babies? They found a place to put them. Now they're growing up. And they want to come home. And they're hungry. It's Alive Part 3, Island of the Alive. Don't see it alone.
Yeah, like I said, it's from Psycho Horror Show, our TV show, and the first question is, last year we've been sitting here with William Lustig, and we have seen that you produced Maniac 1 to 3.
Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop, yeah, of course, sorry, and I Want You, Uncle Sam also.
Yes.
How did it start, this collaboration with William Lustig?
Well, I met him at a film festival, just like this. We sat down and had a cup of coffee with him. He told me he wanted to try and get another movie made. He hadn't had a picture in a long time. And I just said, you made Maniac, how about Maniac Cop? You know, and then I said, you have the right to remain silent forever. Oh, he said, that sounds like such a great idea. And he went away, and that was the end of it. And then sometime later, he called me on the phone, said he had raised the money to make the picture. So I had to write it, didn't I? I didn't want to disappoint him. So it only took me a week. I wrote it, gave it to him, and they made the picture. He let me come in and do a little editing on the film. When it was finished, I re-edited, and that was the picture. It did okay. And then sometime later he came and said, I've raised the money to make a sequel. So I said, fine, then I'll go write it. So it took me another week or 10 days, and I wrote that. That was a pretty good script. And then subsequently to that, there was the third one. So I didn't really work with Bill. I wrote independently of him.
Okay.
And then he just made the pictures. He was very good at finding money. That's a very hard thing to do, is find the money to make a movie. The third one was pretty bad. They didn't follow the script. They went and changed it. And Bill, you know, he went along with it and didn't tell me what was going on. And eventually they fired him off the picture too. So that picture is, I don't recommend the third one. They're talking about now doing a fourth picture that Nicholas Winding Refn would be the executive producer. He wouldn't direct it, but he would be the executive producer. And the money would be coming from some French companies.
Okay.
So I'm perfectly agreeable to that. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so
And Uncle Sam was the script I wrote myself. I was planning to direct it, I think, and then Bill said he could come up with the money for it. So I said, okay, then you take the script and I'll take the money and you make the picture, go ahead. So we made it. I thought it was pretty bad, but you know, what can I say? I won't lie. I thought it was passable.
I like it.
Yeah, it could have been a really great movie, but it just wasn't. And the problem with the Maniac Cop movies was basically the Maniac Cop. He wasn't an iconic figure. He didn't have a great face that you could recognize, like Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, it's a wonderful makeup job. It really looks great. And you could make toys and you could merchandise it. And every time you saw it, you'd say, "Oh, that's Freddy Krueger." Boris Karloff is Frankenstein. You know, with the electrodes and the flat head and the stitches. That's a great look for a monster, you know, and that goes on for generations. People see that. The Maniac Cop was just a mess, you know. I mean, the first picture he looked one way, the second picture he looked another way.
That's true, yeah.
The third picture he looked another way. They never got together and made a good monster. And that was the fault of the picture, because otherwise it would have been much more successful if they had been able to create a good-looking monster. But he wouldn't listen to me. So, and you know, I've made a lot of movies and directed a lot of movies, and I think he felt threatened by me. That every time I came around, I was going to tell him what to do and criticize his directing, and I guess he was scared of me. So, you know, he wouldn't listen when I tried to make recommendations. He took every suggestion as an attack. So there was nothing you could do. You know, he raised the money and he made the movie. So, so what?
So the collaboration was not.
It wasn't a collaboration. It was an adjustment.
Okay, good. What will happen in the future about you? We will see you back as a director. Do you have any a new movie or script in plan?
Oh, plenty of scripts. Yes, plenty of scripts to do, and it's just a matter of getting the right money to make the picture and getting the right distribution. I hate to say it, but one of the things that interests me in movie making is making some money. And I'm not interested in making movies that don't play anywhere. I don't want to make movies that show at film festivals. I don't want to make movies that show on Netflix or on cable. I want to make movies that play in theaters and have a chance of making some profits and making some money. A lot of my movies have been #1 at the box office. It's Alive was #1 at the box office. Black Caesar was Philip in Harlem was #1 at the box office. Q was #1 at the box office, and the stuff did very well. So I've had a taste of success with pictures, foreign and domestic, and I want to see pictures be made that gets shown theatrically and have a chance to make some money.
Okay. And what about passion?
I have passion for all the projects I do, but it's too disappointing to make a movie and then walk around trying to find someone who will show the picture. And usually they don't do a very good job of it, and they don't advertise. And every movie that's going to be successful has to have a significant advertising campaign. If people don't know the picture's playing, they're not going to go. And today it costs $15 or $20 million to probably advertise a movie in the United States. To buy TV commercials and newspaper ads. And if you get good reviews on a picture, it's a bigger problem because you get these wonderful reviews and you want to reproduce them in the newspaper, but in order to reproduce all those good reviews, they have to buy a full-page ad. And a full-page ad costs $25,000 for one day in one newspaper in one city. So if you're in Los Angeles, you want an ad in the Los Angeles newspaper, $25,000 every day. So get somebody to put up that kind of money and advertise your picture is a problem.
Expensive.
Once in a while you can get someone to do it, but if no one's committed to do it, then your picture is just going to be invisible.
Okay.
And you get a little upset. You worked so hard to make the movie. It's too hard to make a picture if it's not going to be seen by people in the proper place. But I've sold scripts to people. You know, I write a lot of scripts because I love to write, and I have many ideas, and I never stop writing. And I've been selling the scripts to people, and they make terrible movies. You know, the movies are just awful.
Oh, okay then.
But I don't have to give the money back. I get to keep the money even when the picture's terrible. And even if the picture doesn't make any money, they can't call me up on the phone and say, the picture was a huge flop. Please send me back some of that money. They never ask. And I wouldn't do it anyway.
But did you tell the people who bought the script from you and they make an awful movie? Did you give them your opinion and say, well,
yeah,
oh God,
I say you ruined the movie, you made a disaster out of it. But they just walk off looking angry and upset because I've insulted them. Okay. But the fact is they know it stinks, but they don't like to be told that. But they know they made a bad movie, and what do I care?
But they should take your advice because you have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge.
It's too late. By that time, they've already made the picture. They don't show me the picture before they finish it. They show you the picture when it's finished, and it's terrible. And they've changed the script. They've altered the dialogue. They've altered the scenes, and and you know it doesn't make any sense anymore. And what can you say? Why didn't you? You paid all this money for the script.